Listen, it's the commercials for me. It's the commercials. They too long. Like, can somebody, anybody, get rid of half of those commercials? What's up? How you doing? Ray of Sunshines. I am Talisa Rae, lifestyle coach. We are reviewing Married at First Sight, season 11, episode number 11. Come on, 11. Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that made me. Let's talk about sex. I wish they would have talked more about it, but whatever. Anyway, let's get into it. If you are new here, I do go couple by couple and sometimes integrate, scenes where they're doing activities together. We just gonna start off with Karen and Miles because I'm indifferent about their relationship, so I might as well just start off with them. Miles comes in gung-ho, got a question about trust to Karen, okay? Do you trust me? Why would you even ask that? The answer is no. Everybody knows that Karen doesn't trust you. Karen is just going through the motions and maybe she wants to get to know you, but right now she don't trust you. What did she say? I don't trust you with my heart yet. That's because your heart hasn't healed from the mishap from before. Miles is like, yeah, I trust you. I don't think you're gonna do no harm to me. Trusting spirit, loving spirit. What he said, heart as big as Louisiana. That's what Pastor Cal said, and so it is. And he wanted to know, like, how do you build trust? How do we get to that place? Showing up naturally, day to day, with your emotions and telling me who you are little by little. I'm all like, girl, I don't know. Is this gonna be enough for you to trust Miles? Because we only got a few more weeks left. What y'all think? Anyway, there was a part shown where he asked, hey, when was the angriest or the most upset you seen me? And she had made some lobster mac and cheese. First off, this girl cooks her ass off because I don't even make lobster mac and cheese. Like regular mac and cheese. Like I've made oyster dressing, but not lobster mac and cheese. And so he was like, and you were giving it away. Like, hold on, what you doing? Hold up. They don't love you like I love you. Let me have my mac and cheese. And she's gonna make him some more because he likes it so much. Y'all see, I don't have no lashes on. I don't have no mascara on. This is it. Middle of the night. Late. Okay? Well, I'm so glad that we see the experts. Dr. Viviana shows up. The one thing Dr. Viviana is about intimacy, about building trust, about building connection. I am glad to see her show up. I actually like her a lot and was glad when they added her to the show. How y'all feel about Dr. Viviana? Like, she pulls people's coattails. Do you feel married? Her, no. Him, sometimes. I'm all like, y'all married though. And well, is there anything bothering you? And so I wrote down, Miles needs to really open up his mouth and say the fact that they're not intimate, that there's no intimacy, that it bothers him, that he's just going with her program, trying to make her comfortable, which is unfair to him. He needs to be a little more vocal about what he needs. Fortunately for him, Dr. Viviana has her way of bringing things up. When they were showing like the clips of behind the scenes and stuff, if you notice, he does more of the sharing, she does no sharing. And so it was like a light bulb when he said, I wouldn't know that she's attracted to me unless she says it. Like, there is nothing, like the energy in the room don't even say you attracted. So don't that mean she ain't attracted to you, Miles? I know when I like somebody, my energy, everything about me lights up. Reserved or not, because I'm a Virgo and I'm first meet people, though y'all can't tell. I'm real reserved and real quiet and I'm real just kind of watching. But if I'm digging you, my energy tells you that. My smile, the way I interact with you, the way I look at you, all of that is like, yes, hi, how you doing? What's good? You know, without my lashes, I look a lot younger. What y'all think? Lashes elevate, enhance, right? But without them, I look like I'm in my 30s. Anyway, let's keep going. I like how Viviana said men are most secure when they know you are sexually attracted to them, that you want them. And she can't say all men, but most men, but I know a lot of men, and if you are sexually attracted to them, they are more secure, they are more into you. Karen essentially said, I don't want to entice him. I don't want to show him that I'm attracted to him and hug on him and kiss him, and he thinks that means we can go a step further. Normally, after a certain amount of time of petting and hugging and connecting, you know, chemistry and talking and being vulnerable and, you know, in one another's arms, it is a natural progression, as you would say. But you don't even want to kiss him so that you can even see if you really like him. You're like, I'm attracted to Miles. No, you're not. And even the most reserved of us will show that we are attracted by a touch and a smile, y'all. But Dr. Viviana said, let's take sex off the table until after the final decision. Let's do things that are sensual. Let's set sensual boundaries, and you guys start working on that and practicing that, which is good for them, which just means kissing, holding hands, cuddling. But we ain't gonna see it. Like, I don't see no change in their interaction. They are still kind of like buddy-buddy, and you see it at the gym. I don't know, let me not say that, because at the gym, I know when I'm dating somebody, you have a healthy competitive like spirit. Like, if you're competitive, period, you have that like competitive banter. You go back and forth like, yeah, no, I'm better than you, la 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 la, blah blah blah. Like, that's a thing. So they did have that, which showed that she may have liked him a smidge. But like I said, I don't even care no more. Like, so then they do a trust exercise. Now, I don't remember, did they say that the experts, that Dr. Viviana gave them this to do? And they're always having their conversations in the bed. Karen likes to lay in the bed. I do too, Karen. I ain't gonna even be mad at you for that. Like, but, or maybe they just doing a series of stuff at one time. They was in the bed earlier. She had that same red shirt on. In the bed out later, same red shirt. That might be what it is. So the question was, and Miles is like, I'm the one that came up with this. And, you know, the question was, what are your pet names for me? I'm all like, He's like, love, mama, big head, I don't know, something child. And then she said, I don't really do pet names. Right, because you aren't connected. And for Miles, that is intimacy. He wants to have a pet name. He wants you to call him babe, love, honey, boo, something, some term of endearment. That's all a pet name is. And so he's reaching for you to be connected with him. What is the thing you're most insecure about? And he's like, ageism. People thinking that because I'm of a specific age, that, you know, I don't have an experience with certain things, or a lack thereof. But so not really age, but maturity. And she goes on to explain what she means, and I'm gonna just tell you, I don't even care. So y'all can tell me down below in the comments what you think. When the question was asked, what are you working on? And she said, I'm trying my hardest to change your perception of me. The perception of me moving slow equating to me not wanting to be intimate with you at all. And that's not what it is. You know, it's just I move really slow at a snail's pace. You got to do something. You barely want to kiss him. You don't want to hold his hand. You don't want no PDA. You don't want to hug him. Like, what do you want? Just a companion, like a friend? All right, then. This ain't the friend show. This is Married at First Sight. Like, next up was Olivia and Brett. But, honey, I'm going to save them to the end because they were the most interesting, most intriguing. So let's talk A and B, Amelia and Bennett. Amelia introduces Aunt Talia to Bennett via FaceTime. You know, favorite aunt thing. You know, the young hip aunt. How many of y'all's aunts had an aunt that was your favorite? I mean, I know I did, and it's normally the younger one. The one that's more in the scene that's gonna cover for you on all that. As long as you don't put them in a twist, they cover for you. I thought it was pretty cool that the barista at the coffee shop gave Bennett free coffee because of an act of kindness that Amelia did by suturing up someone's finger when they cut it off. Like, how cool is that? But even more cooler, like, we didn't get to see Dr. Viviana's counseling time or time with them, but she gave them an exercise in trust and an intimacy. Even though they have a really strong connection, there are things that, you know, may come up that they are, you know, may not talk about. And so she gave them an exercise, an affirmation, and revelations, and they had to stand close to each other and affirm each other and reveal how they felt about each other. And when I tell you, that was probably one of the most intimate things I've seen. My little heart was pitter-pattering. I got tears in my eyes. I'm actually going to steal that exercise for my clients, like I do couples, y'all. Hello. And so I just thought, oh my God, if that's not a way to connect, being heart to heart, being vulnerable and open about how you feel about one another, like, yes, God, I can't wait to do these exercises with my boo. Where are you, dear future husband? And then the fact that they were talking about how they would enhance their sexual encounters, and both of them were saying to communicate their needs, essentially, in a nutshell, like, I'm going to be more open and tell you what I need, what I want, what I like. Now, Bennett meets Henry for drinks or food or whatever, and it comes up about the residency. So in about another week, maybe next week, we'll find out, week and a half, we'll find out where Amelia's residency is going to be. In addition, I like that Henry brought up the conversation with Christina during their trust exercise. And I'm going to pause that there, because now let's talk about Christina and Henry. And that way I can bring it up, right? You know what? When is the recommitment ceremony? You know what I'm saying? When do they do that? Because I feel like we've been watching the show for a long time. Like y'all been saying, we're the experts, so we finally get an expert on episode 11, so we've only seen them twice. But isn't it by now that they do the recommitment ceremony? They go and they sit and they talk. Where is that? Are they not doing that because of the pandemic? Is that what happened? So let's keep going and talk about Christina and Henry. Dr. Viviana visits them. She's visiting these people all on the same day because she got that same green dress on. I really like her style. Like, I really like the way she dresses. And what's the trip is, he's making eye contact with Dr. Viviana. He's opening Henry. He's talking. You know, he's relaxed. He's sure of himself and the things that he's saying. And probably because Christina doesn't have the opportunity to cut him off every 5 seconds. Because Dr. Viviana would have been like, yo, what's up? What you doing? Why you doing that? So the question was asked, do you feel married? And Christina was like, we're friends who are married. And she tells him, well, being in the friend zone is a thing. So keep that in mind. You don't want to be married and then just be friends that are married. You need to tap into the feelings of romance, because of course Christina makes it known, like, I need him to be more aggressive, or I need him to be more assertive. I need him to make the first move. I need intimacy, whatever that looks like for him. I've been patient and I'm not gonna make the first move. If he makes the first move, then I'll follow up with moves there going forward, right? She says that for her, a non-negotiable is that he has to show her first that he wants her. Now listen, I'm all for non-negotiables. I'm all for them, and I'm all for you sticking to them, because a man who has a non-negotiable, he does not waver from it, ladies. But I think that Christina is being a little unfair on her non-negotiables with Henry. Dr. Viviana says, so listen, you want him to be intimate with you or show some type of intimacy, some physical touch, then you need to show that you're receptive to it, that you're going to receive it. You can't be all closed off saying one thing. You have to make it an environment that he wants to touch you, because he knows you want him to, right? Exactly. So I like that Henry said he promised to make things less awkward and more enjoyable in the next few weeks to come. You know, and I'm all like, good for you, Henry. Like, at least he wants to make an effort. And I guess her medication is starting to work. kind of. Later, when they do their trust exercises, it is to be blindfolded and ask the question, right? So Henry's blindfolded first, and she asks, how will you be better in our marriage? And he says, I'm going to open up more. I'm going to communicate more. Good, Henry. She asks, what are you most insecure about? Nah, maybe that wasn't the question, but pretty much he said that he, as a child, he was fat and he had issue with it. And because of that, even though he's lost a ton of weight, he's insecure, he lacks self-confidence, and it's hard. And when Christina was like, I don't understand, why is it hard to get over that? I thought she lacked serious compassion for him. She still is rude. She still has no filter. And it was just the wrong thing for her to say. Like, I just didn't like it. I didn't appreciate it. I thought it was wrong. And if she wanted to express herself about it, she could have did it in a different way. It just felt really harsh and mean. So when she gets blindfolded, he asks, how do you know if you're in love? I asked y'all that already. Y'all answered it already. She couldn't answer it. She said it just happens. If you didn't get a chance to answer it, I want to know, how do you know that you're in love? He asked her, what is your biggest deal breaker? And this heifer had the nerve to say lack of self-confidence after the man just said he lacks self-confidence. Again, rude. Again, a lack of compassion for other human beings. He just said it. So you felt it was the right and appropriate time to just bust out lack of self-confidence. It's okay to say it, but did you have to say it on the heels of him telling you and being vulnerable and sharing that story? Like, lack of compassion. That's what he should say. A deal breaker for me is lack of compassion. But maybe it was I'm going to get you back for saying impatience is my deal breaker. Is my non-negotiable. What y'all think about that? So this is where I want to insert how Bennett reflected with him. Bennett was really a good friend and let him know when they were having drinks, hey, people see confidence as having no self-doubt, when that is not true. It is more of like self-reflection and understanding what it is and being able to move forward. So, you know, he understood, you know what, a conversation needs to be had. And so when I get back, I'm going to have the conversation with Christina. Now, Christina, though, comes in and she's all like, I was thinking, and I was talking to my mom, and he has everything I like. He's a nice guy, blah, blah, blah. But I'm just confused. On what? Your lack of self-confidence. We just went over this. Why are you confused by it instead of saying, how can we get to a better place? Now, you know, how can I help you be better? What is it that I can do to help you with your confidence? What do you need from me? Like, maybe she was trying to communicate that, but she does not have any consideration for him at all. I'm just like, at this point, she needs to just call it quits. Just stop, please. Goodbye. Thanks. And the funny thing is, this is glimpses of her real personality. Like before, because she wasn't on her medication, she was really high strung. But now you see that it is her personality. Period. Okay, so let's talk Amani and Woody. I really would have liked to see Dr. Viviana talk to them. But I guess because they are already intimately chemistry connected, that it's not necessary, but they still had exercises. Anyway, I want to say, I wrote a note, she's so supportive and it makes it easy for him to open up. And I said that because of the questions that he was pulling out of his pocket for the two of them. First question was, what's a good time? Well, no, that wasn't the first question. I think that was just in general, what's a good time to kiss? I mean, I love kissing. Kissing is passionate. Kissing connects you. Are you kissers? Do you guys like to kiss? Like, to me, like, I'm open up. My soul opens up when I kiss you, especially if you're a good kisser. In addition, though, I'm gonna kiss you with morning breath. Like, if we're married and we're together, I mean, it's not an open mouth kiss. It's a little peck, but nonetheless, it's a kiss. Are y'all kissing y'all spouses in the morning before they brush their teeth? Y'all let me know, because Woody was like, I kiss you, I get to brush my teeth, and I still kiss you. She sleeps with her mouth open, so it gets dry. I'm just telling y'all, that's probably why he made mention that she don't brush her teeth. Like, because he keep talking about her dragon breath in the morning. And that's because she sleeps with her mouth open. She probably snores too. Y'all know? Let me know down below in the comments. So you doing it or not? I want to know. So the questions begin, and the first one is, I want to know what turns you on. He says his ability to be open and honest with her, and that she listens, like, and that she really is wanting to know about him and what's going on. For her, it was when you do the little things, like you don't put cheese and salsa on your taco, but you remember that I like it and you do it for me, though you don't even do it for yourself. And I get it. I get like the little smallest things. Her love language is acts of service. Just so y'all know, if you didn't know, his, of course, is physical touch. Just in case you didn't know, those hands down have been called out. Anyway, what's your favorite position and why? I want to know from y'all, what is your favorite position and why? Really quick, mine, I don't know what the name of it's called, but it's when you on your back. Like, it's doggy style, but you flat. Like this. And I just love the back of my neck and stuff caressed, and it's easier. You know, they do it more, and it's the penetration is deeper, and just like the connection is like I can feel their heart on my chest, like through my back. Like, y'all, it's a thing. It's my favorite. Dear future husband. So he says his favorite is on the side because he could see her and he could feel all of her. Hello, Woody, that's side action, honey. You can feel all of her. Crack me up. She says, well, we haven't done it yet. I'm all like, y'all ain't did this yet? This is just regular missionary with your legs up here. Yeah, that's all. Push back, legs. Y'all ain't done that yet? Which kind of sex is y'all having? Cause that's like a given, a automatic, like she asks him, when was the last time you gave up on something, and tell me the story. And he is vulnerable and talks about his relationship with his dad, his biological father, and how too many things have been said and done for him to move past it. That his father went to prison when he was 9 and came out when he was 16, and you know, he's all like, he came out a different person. And at 16, he had already learned a lot of the things that his dad wanted to share with him. Listen, in that kind of situation, because my son and his father are in that now, you meet them where they are today. You learn who they are today. You love them today. You can't come in and insert yourself and try and give advice, because what you gonna say? Nothing. You ain't got nothing. My mama did everything. Oh, I learned this on my own. But you meet him as a young adult or a teenager or whatever, and that's just from my perspective. And my perspective, my son and his father are doing a great job building a relationship. Okay, so I really like that, you know, she was listening and reassuring, and this is where I had said about she's supportive of him, and she was like, well, you got 2 dads now. Listen, it's important for him to have that father figure in his life. He said that's why he went to counseling, because he wouldn't have been this person that he is now. And at that time, he also dealt with whatever issues that he had about his relationship with his dad. Like, come on, Woody, come on, go get you some counseling service. Go ahead and express yourself. And I think that this is even more reason why she's a good match for him. I'm in strong like with my husband. I just text somebody today and said I'm in strong. That's a big deal. Strong like comes love after that. And so I'm happy for her. Like, I'm glad that she opened up to the process and let it be what it is. Easy. The dog is barking and she wants a dog. He's like, no dog. Like, it becomes this whole thing. You can train the dog not to bark, which you can, and you are supposed to spray the dog, at least I say on the nose, when they do stuff as reprimanding, not hitting them with like newspaper or whatever. You spray them. They know who it is. They are very much so trained. Only bark when somebody is coming. That's what I tell my 2 big dogs. Okay, one is kind of big and one is still a puppy. They both really puppies, but whatever, that's not what we're talking about. And she was like, what makes you think that I don't have to train a dog? I had to train you how to talk to me. You teach people how to treat you. You know, she was saying that in jest, but there's a lot of truth to that. I teach you how to treat me, how to love me, how to talk to me, you know, how to appreciate me, how to support me. I teach you how to do that. That ain't something you just come in. Most people don't know how to treat you unless you tell them. They do their exercises and super sensual. Give him a massage. A dance for your partner, and then they dance together. Listen, dear future husband, I love dancing with you. I haven't even met you yet, and I hope you have some good rhythm. You ain't got to know how to dance. You just got to know how to hold me in two-step. It'd be nice if you know how to cha-cha, but if you don't, it's okay. The syrup gets licked off her neck like she's like, I knew you was gonna go there, honey, because that neck area, you see all this neck is out. Dear future husband, like, crack me up. I love my neck touched, caressed, kissed, okay, sniffed, rubbed, neck licked, sucked, like yes, okay, thanks. I hope you heard me. Then it was, how would you like for me to initiate sex? And they both said through kisses, through passionate kisses. Grab me and kiss me. Passionate kisses. I want somebody to walk up behind me and kiss me on my neck and breathe on my neck. Hey, been such a long time, I forgot that I was fine. Just kiss me on my neck and breathe on my neck. Anyway, that was a whole long song. That's why the videos be so long. Let's talk Olivia and Brett, okay? So the first thing I noticed when Dr. Viviana came for a visit, and I'm reminded in this moment that he is always touching her. His love language is what? Say it with me. Physical touch. Hers is words of affirmation. She needs constant validation. Sort of like Christina, but different. She needs to know that they are on the same page, and he needs to vocalize that, which is something he doesn't do. But let's get into what happened with them. So she asked how things are going, and Olivia's like, listen, the two biggest things are our living situation and these kids that he won't. Like, that ain't what she said, but the living situation and kids. Well, let's talk about the living situation. And they explain it. Two different spaces. He has his house, and if he was renting, it would have been different. And you know, Brett is very sarcastic, okay? And he should not have said or anything sarcastic in that moment. Oh, so irresponsible of me. Oh, equity in a home. Dr. Viviana was like, hold on, ho. First off, it's not a big issue right now. But is it? Especially if they say yes. Then where do we go from here? Anyway, she said, it might be that you guys pool your money together and buy a house. Or together. If you continue. How many times have I said that? It's not an issue. You need to get out of your spaces and go to a space together. Because her place has her signature on it. His place has his signature on it. And it is what it is. I like that Dr. Viviana called her on her shit. Like, he wants kids. And I don't know if I want any. But, you know, that could change. Everybody knows, Olivia, that you don't want no children. And... oh, no. She said, I don't know if that will change. Dr. Viviana said, oh, but wait. When we talked, you said that under the right circumstances, you would have children. Under the right circumstances, that you would consider it. Right now, you're pretty much closed off to it. Pull they coattail. Tell them what they said. Liar, liar, pants on fire, okay? I wrote down, she's not comfortable with physical touch, but that's his love language, which will help them be closer if she was not so distant, because it comes up. about intimacy and if they've been intimate. And they're, you know, no sex. And he's all like, she don't like PDA, you know, and he mentions in his diary cam with the producers like, hey, there's always a space between us. She doesn't want to hold my hand. I want to hold your hand. Anyway. And I wrote here, okay, and so the energy I get from her is prudish, non-sexual. We get back to the word rigid, very restrained, very conservative, ultra conservative, like to the point where she wasn't ready for a relationship. I don't think we said it, but she could have used some therapy prior to, because she wants things her way. My way, her way. She wants things her way, and there's no compromising. And he wants things his way, and does not communicate very well. She tells Viviana that, listen, I told him that I don't want you not to do it. If you feel like it's the, you know, the right moment, then just make your move. And he's all like, yeah, I don't want it that way. I want you to want me, and I want you to want me too. I'm singing tonight. That's how you know I'm delirious. Just like I want you. Okay. But nonetheless, Dr. Viviana explains it like it's one thing to give permission and it's another to actually want to be wanted. We all want to be wanted. We want you to be attracted to us. It's just that simple. She's clearly uncomfortable with this whole conversation. When he said that her smile lights up a room, or the rainbows, or whatever the fuck he said, I felt that it was genuine. I thought it was genuine. It is the second time that he said that. He does like her smile. She does have a nice smile. He says because when she smiles, that means you earned it, because she does not smile often. Prude, rigid, conservative, mean, controlling. Any other adjectives y'all want to add? Put them down below in the comments, because baby, she's all of that. She is skeptical, and so Viviana asks, well, do you believe him? And she's all like, yeah, kinda, I'm not sure. She's skeptical. And later on she brings it up, and this is when anyway. So they go out for drinks, and this heifer says, I want you to work on your facial expression, the looks that he gives her. She said that he looks at her with a sarcastic face. I don't know a sarcastic face, but he does sometimes look at her very smugly. Very like, are you fucking kidding me? Is this a joke? She says, I feel like when you look at me like I'm dumb. Now, before he ever even said it, I wrote down, that's her own insecurity showing, because he is a brain. That's her own shit. It's her own shit. She wants him to act and respond how she wants him to, according to how she thinks adults are supposed to communicate. That's not how it works. But y'all's communication definitely needs working on. She feels like he isn't being honest, and that he's holding back, and not, you know, when Dr. Viviana was there, that he should have shared and he didn't. And I'm all like, I feel like, though he is very sarcastic, he has no problem expressing his thoughts, ideas, opinions, feelings. You just don't believe what he's saying. I don't know. I might be wrong about that, y'all. Let me know down below in the comments if you feel differently about whether or not he opens up and shares. I feel like he shares. He actually shares more than most. Now, he might not have the emotion that she wants behind it, but he definitely shares. She feels like he is being disingenuous, and specifically cited him talking about the clouds opening the rainbow when she smiled and shit, and that if she really meant it, if he really meant it, then why didn't he say it the night before? Why did he wait in front of Viviana to say it? You just doing this for the cameras. She asked him a question. he answered the question. I felt like it was genuine because it's the second time he said it. I think she tripping. Okay, like, get your fucking life together, Olivia. Because then Olivia says, do you want to be married to me? And he was like, yes, I say that all the time. No, you haven't yet. Oh, wow, you're insecure. That stung, and you seen it on her face. She said, oh, I am. That stung, like, ouch. Ouch. The truth hurts. And because you need this constant validation and reassurance that he wants to be in this, and that you want him to speak a specific way and deal with shit the way you want him to deal with it, respond how you want him to respond, just isn't fair. And it is showing. Your insecurities are showing, like, especially if you're not going to be honest about how you feel about certain things. Well, I'm going to give Brett some credit, because he's all like, she feels like I'm not sincere, that I'm disingenuous, that I'm lying, or that I'm fake and a fraud and a phony. So I want to try, and I want her to see. So let's go to this drink lab and make these drinks and have a good evening together. And it seems like they have a good time, but she always is looking like she's smelling shit. Always, like, always got a frown on her face, always looking her nose down, always, always, always. He says, I want to make this effort, but I need her to meet me halfway. She then says, I had a good time, and do you want to go back home and hash things out and talk about earlier? She wants to harp on it until she gets the response that she wants. He's like, I don't have an issue. She's like, let's talk to Pastor Cal. He helped, and maybe he'll help me. He's all like, yeah, sure. Do you want to talk to Pastor Cal? I want you to want to talk to Pastor Cal. You're the one with the issue. But because you have the issue, I'm willing to go through it with you. Which I think is kind, because he could have been like, you sound crazy. They do have a problem. They are not on the same page, let alone on the same in the same chapter, or even reading the same book. They have to get aligned if they are going to work out. And so since we're with them, I'm still with a no, because Olivia is not letting up, and neither is Brett, okay? Neither one of these people are bending. I think Brett likes her. Y'all, what you think? Let me know down below in the comments. Amelia and Bennett, yes, of course. Christina and Henry, no. I think I better let her go. Hey, yeah, let it go, baby. Looks like another love TKO. Like, bye. Who's next? Olivia and, no, I did them. Amelia and Bennett is an absolute yes for me. Amani and Woody is an absolute yes for me. And Karen and Miles is a I don't give a fuck. I really wanted her to find love. I think that black love is beautiful, and we all deserve every good thing God has in store for us. However, if you can't recognize that in front of you and loosen up a little bit, I don't care. Even if you change next week, I don't care. Like, make me vested, because I don't care. I don't care. Y'all let me know down below in the comments what you think. This was a little longer than what I've been trying to do, but it is what it is. If it's your first time here, again, click the subscribe button, become a ray of sunshine. Next to it, there's that notification bell. Click all, so all my videos pop up. And you'll be alerted. Last, give me a thumbs up because you like me and I'll know it's real. Maybe not last, because I want you to share this with other lovers of Married at First Sight. Hugs and kisses and lots of love. I'll catch you on the next video.